Okay, this is round 2 with this bearing. The first one has failed, and it could be because the torque wrench needed to be recalibrated, which I've done, but so I'm back at it again. I've already taken the caliper off. You notice I put a block of brass in here and a wedge to keep the brake pad from shooting out in case somebody walks by with a key. I've already popped the axle, which is supported here by this wire. And when I did that, I only took out the bolts that hold the bottom ball joint. So all you have to do is take off the 3, there's, where are they? There's one. And is that another one? Yep. And then there's another one here. Oh. So there's 2 of them. You take those off the bottom. You can pull this out enough to get the axle to come out without undoing the tie rod or doing the upper part of the carrier bolts up here. Just take out these 2 bottom ones. You can pull it out and you can push the axle out. And on the nut, I used a Dremel to score it this way and the other way, and then I pounded down the channel with this big nail to push it out before I took this off. I didn't want to ruin the threads on the axle, which I've heard other people have done. Okay, now let me pause this for a minute. Okay, now I'm going to try the air hammer method. I watched a couple of guys do this on YouTube, and I want to see, because this has only been in here about 24,000 miles. I'm going to see if that will work on this car. The idea is to get this to twist, so then you could try using the bolts that formerly held it from the other side to push it away, or try using a slide hammer at this point. So I'm going to pause for a minute and try that. For a lot of people, you'll have already pulled this center part out trying to remove the bearing, and the main bearing carrier will stay in there. And for those people, it'll be easier to do. For me, I didn't even try to pull this off. And what I've done is I pounded out a stud, and I'm using the stud being gone. Oh, and also I found a longer bolt. This is the bolt that holds the hub on, and this is the longer bolt. It's the same thread. And so I'm able to go through the stud hole and go to the base of this and push this out. And so far this is working. This is probably primarily working because, like I said, the bearing's only been in there for like 24 or 25,000 miles. If this had been in here like 100,000 miles, I'm not sure this would work, but it'd be worth a shot. Okay. Okay. And I'm just trying a different hole on the hub. And of course the point of the air hammer was to twist the hub so that the hole, the hub's hole didn't line up with the hole in the knuckle, or the arm. The arm. Oh, here's the bottom one. And there we go. And let's see. In a second, I want to show you the difference in the hubs. I got to go in the house and get the other one. I'll be right back. Okay, I've gotten the Timken bearing out of the or excuse me, the real bearing from Toyota, and I think the problem is this was supposed to be a Timken bearing, and generally speaking, everything I've read has said the Timken knockoff comes with a Koyo bearing, the KOYO bearing. This is not a Koyo bearing. It does say TKR on the front right here, and there's some kind of muddled serial number or part number here. But if you look at this, the genuine Toyota has the Koyo bearing. And the other thing is the genuine Toyota also has a rubber ring here, which the what I believe to be the fake Timken does not. But let's see. So the failure may not have been my torque wrench, but it might have been that I had a substandard bearing that was supposedly a Timken. And there you have it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and install this bearing. Let me pause this again. Okay, there you go. And when I put the hub bolts through from the back, I put thread locker on it, and I torqued them to 41 pounds. And the bolts, there's one bolt and two nuts for the lower ball joint. Those are torqued to 66 pounds, and the axle nut is torqued to 159 pounds. And then you stake it by pounding into the groove. But there it is. Thanks for watching.